What is up, Sauce Nation? It's your boy Hector Flores, and the MLS season is near and dear. We're almost there, so I'm going to go ahead and give you guys my top 5 matchups that I'm looking forward to seeing this season for the Houston Dynamo. So we're going to talk about that, and of course, it's top 5 video, so we're going to give you a bonus sauce for this one as well. So, but before we get going with this video, make sure you guys like this video, subscribe, click on that notification bell so you'll be notified when we drop videos just like this, and of course when we do our live streams. You guys already know we're doing some stuff with Fox 26. Make sure you guys check out when we do the drip on Tuesdays, so make sure you guys are on there for sure. And if you guys want to, follow us on social media. Not if you want to, you guys definitely want to be informed. Social media is the way to go. At South Sports HCX on Instagram and Twitter, and South Sports on Facebook. There is a TikTok as well, so I don't know what Honcho's doing on TikTok, but he's doing something on TikTok, so that's my thoughts on that one. But yeah, and if you guys want to join the Discord, which you hear us talk about Discord all the time because it's really fun in there, well, go ahead and enter by joining the Patreon. You join the Patreon, it'll put you right into the Discord. So now that we covered all that, let's get going in this video. All right, at number 5, I have the Chicago Fire, which will be played on June 25th. This game, don't think I'm like some person likes the Chicago Fire. Shout out to a guy that I recently had interviewed on my podcast called Dynamo Radio. He is a Chicago Fire fan. But my reason to actually pick Chicago Fire is because they recently signed Shaqiri from Olympic Lyon. I was going to say Liverpool. He did play Liverpool at one point, but was actually from Olympic Lyon. He is now going to play with the Chicago Fire. That's honestly my reason why I would want to watch this game, because Shaqiri, he is a really fun player. I think he's extremely underrated, unfortunately. Went to Liverpool, and Liverpool's a really loaded team. That's the reason why he didn't get to get as much play time. Did get some play time once he moved to Lyon, but now, shoot, the dude's only like 31 years old, so he still has a lot to offer, and I think it's great for the MLS to get a player with the quality of Shaqiri. So I can't wait to watch the Chicago Fire game. Hopefully, for the Dynamo can compete with them, but get a chance to see Shaqiri in person. All right, at number 4, I have Real Salt Lake City. It is the opener, February 27th. Obviously, the first game of the season. It's a pretty big game. I want to see what this Dynamo team is going to look like. I'm still not sure what I'm supposed to be getting from Paulo Nagamura. It's cool now that we got Pat Onston as GM, that he hired the first ever sporting director in Houston Dynamo's history. That's all cool, but I mean, this is going to be the introduction. This is how we're, preseason. But once we're in regular season play, I need to see what this team can really do. And I think the answers we're going to get a good idea of some answers from that first game against Real Salt Lake. So how this team is going to shape up, what formation we're going to be using, who is the starting lineup, we're going to learn on February 27th against Real Salt Lake. So that is the reason why I have this game at number 4. All right, at number 3, I have Sporting Kansas City. Why Sporting Kansas City, which is going to be March 5th? Why Sporting Kansas City? It is the first road game of the season for the Dynamo. The Dynamo have had struggles on the road. Obviously that's going to be on Paulo Nagamura. Can he change the mentality for this team, not only at home, but also on the road? The road's been something that the Dynamo have struggled with for quite some time now. So can the road curse finally be fixed? But it's also Sporting Kansas City, a team that I personally do feel is a rival to the Houston Dynamo. There's a lot of history, especially in the postseason with this team. So I definitely would want to see the Dynamo overcome Sporting Kansas City, especially on that first road game test that the Dynamo will be facing for this season. All right, at number 2, I have the LA Galaxy on October 9th. This is the last game of the Houston Dynamo season. If you guys want to know why specifically that game, well, the Dynamo have tended to ruin the season for the LA Galaxy in those last game of the seasons. Obviously, if you go back to when the Dynamo ended up eliminating them from the playoffs, the first time they played at the last game of the season recently, and then the other time not eliminating them from the postseason, but putting them on a road game in the playoffs. So once again, the Dynamo spoiling the season for the LA Galaxy. So that is the main reason why I like watching that, see what they're going to do at the last game of the season. Hopefully, the Dynamo are in a better position, hopefully competing for a playoff spot, or maybe trying to improve their position in a playoff spot. We're probably thinking of some pipe dreams there, but at least there's that. Also, they recently got Douglas Costa on loan over there in LA Galaxy. Douglas Costa, who's played for Bayern Munich. He's a really good player. I definitely want to see him play in person. So there's that. And then plus, it's the LA Galaxy rivalry. It's not because it's the Houston-LA rivalry thing. I mean, that you probably can throw that in there. But if you guys remember, the Houston Dynamo before they were the Houston Dynamo were the San Jose Earthquakes. So it's kind of the Cali Classico, but now obviously the Dynamo are in the Dynamo, and there is now the San Jose Earthquakes are back in the MLS. But that rivalry has always been a thing, and also this at one point was an MLS Cup final, actually twice, when the Dynamo were in the Eastern Conference. So I definitely would love to see what the Dynamo could do this time around against the LA Galaxy, and that's why it's at number 2. You know what? Before I get to my number 1, I'm gonna give you guys my bonus right here, right now. So for my bonus, I have Charlotte FC. Charlotte FC is the new team in the MLS. Obviously, that's honestly the real reason. I want to see what Charlotte FC really has going for them. Their new club, there's a lot of hype from them. You know, obviously they've apparently sold out at that stadium, which is the Carolina Panthers Stadium. So a lot of people are really excited about Charlotte FC. Charlotte is actually kind of an low-key is a soccer city. Living in North Carolina, I can tell you there was a lot of soccer being played in North Carolina. So I'm really interested to see what Charlotte FC will be doing with the MLS this season. Sometimes with these expansion clubs, sometimes some of them do really well at the beginning, or some of them are just really bad. So, but I definitely would be intrigued with Charlotte FC because they do seem to have quite the following over at Charlotte. So Charlotte FC is definitely deserving to be featured as a bonus. All right, at number 1, and you guys might feel like I'm kind of cheating on this one, but I have the Lone Star Series, and that consists of not only the Houston Dynamo, but FC Dallas and Austin FC. So the Dynamo will be facing FC Dallas on April 23rd and July 9th, and Austin FC April 30th and July 12th. So very close between each other. The Dynamo will have to face off against these teams in the Lone Star Rivalry Series. Now, the thing that I find, besides the fact that these are interstate rivals, FC Dallas kind of being the more deeper one, especially with having El Capitan, the Texas Derby. To be more specific, you guys don't know what El Capitan is. El Capitan is a cannon that the winner of the Texas Derby usually keeps in their stadium. So there you go. That's what El Capitan is. But who knows? I don't know if they're doing that with Austin FC as well. Not entirely sure. But at least with FC Dallas, there's still that. But the thing that's really intriguing about this is that, well, last season, all 3 of the Texas teams did not make the playoffs, including the California teams. But the Texas teams didn't do well in the MLS last season. So hopefully one of them can make it to the playoffs. Ideally the Dynamo. But it's going to be interesting to see that rivalry continue on this season. Obviously last year was Austin FC's introduction to the league, so we'll see what they do in their second time. Obviously FC Dallas also having their struggles. They lost Ricardo Pepi, now playing in Augsburg. Who's going to step up front for FC Dallas? There's some questions there. So these teams are not necessarily perfect teams. They all have questions behind them this season. So we'll see who improved from last season, here. So that's why it is my number 1. So those are my top 5. Well, I guess technically 7 if you want to include the fact that my number 1 was 2 teams and the bonus matchups that I'm looking forward to this season. I'm just ready to see what this Dynamo team has in store for this season. I'm still not sure what I'm getting from this Dynamo team. Like I said, there's a lot of things to be excited about this season, with Sebastian Ferrer being the biggest signing the Dynamo have had in years, ever actually. Pat Onstad being the new general manager. But I'm still not sure with Paulo Nagamura. I don't know what to expect from him. I don't know what to expect from this team yet. So I definitely want those answers to be addressed this season. I guess questions, technically, those questions to be addressed this season, or questions to be answered. I don't know, whatever. Anyways, so there is that. So hey, tell me guys in the comments, what games are you looking forward to seeing? Is there anything that pops out? Any questions? Any concerns about the Dynamo? I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of concerns about the Dynamo, especially if you guys saw that last preseason game. But how is this final product going to look? That's what I really want to see. So that's what I got for this video, man. So make sure you guys comment, like this video, subscribe, click on the notification bell, follow us on social media, join the Discord by signing up through Patreon. And that's all I really got. Hey, if you guys like my thoughts in soccer, and you guys want to hear my thoughts on like what's going on in Europe and elsewhere, well, check out my podcast, Insert Name FC. We're part of the Belly Up Sports Network. It's really cool over there. I love Belly Up. They're pretty cool with me doing soft sports, which I really appreciate them for. So make sure you guys check out Insert Name FC. The link will be in the description. So hopefully you guys check it out. I hope you guys enjoy. So, but without further ado, man, we're in soft sports. So I gotta stick there. So chucking up a deuce. Y'all stay saucy. I'm out.